Hey everybody, RockPaperMario here, and welcome back to Let's Live Animal Crossing. Just a heads up before we go any further, if my voice sounds different or anything like that, it's because I actually got a new microphone, so I'm testing that out. And I think Animal Crossing is a really useful thing to kind of test things like that out with, because it's not really a proper running LP where it's very important that that it stays good and everything like that, and that it stays good. What a silly way to say it, but you know what I mean. It's not like if I record, I'm not going to be recording like a whole hour. No, I already have that. No, I already have that. No, I already have that. Okay, well that's a crock of shit. So, as I say, it's a handy thing because it's just going to be one video. I can record it quickly, I can check it quickly, edit it quickly, see if it's all after working out, or if I need to like edit or change sessions or things like that. So, today is like March 17th, if you remember correct. I don't think they're Jambet. Oh, hi there. Good morning. I'm Jambet. I must say, meeting someone new is a first croak K. How strange. You look like a nice sort. Yeah, I will. That must be like my new replacement villager for the one that I forgot about and left leave town. If you guys remember the last day when we recorded, I found out that Wendell was going to be here today, so that's why I'm actually going recording. I said I'd take this opportunity to not only test with the recording sessions, but also to show him off. So I figure if we just ask the cops where he is, they'll know. They'll be keeping track of anything that oh, C2. Okay. I didn't think he'd be that accurate. I only wanted to know whether he was even in town already, because I was wondering whether like whether it was too early, because it's like about 8 AM. So I was wondering whether he'd even bother showing up at all. What I've been thinking of doing, just because the way the last day was saying like, oh, we'd always restart videos of this when we're like, oh, let's kill the cockroaches and let's do this, that and the other, and it seems like there's always like months in between these videos. Like, I know I like doing them as just updates when I have to, that kind of way, or when there's something I want to address, but still, we need something for him to, well, let's get this first. No, not that. We need something for him to eat, or he's not going to give us any wallpaper. Sorry for like abruptly breaking off, but like I thought I heard something outside and I was like, oh, I'd better go check what it is or whatever. I get really freaked out by like all the little noises outside my room. It's because I'm so like concentrated on being quiet. Oh, it's exactly 8 AM. But yeah, we're going to need to catch something or he's not going to eat it, won't give us anything. Sorry, oh my god. Like, all like, oh, I need to settle down. There's a fish. I can't remember if it's like, if he likes seashells as well. What? Woo! Whoa, it's a bite! What's this? A dace. Ace. Where are we now? B2? Okay, well that means we just have to go down one and he should be right here. This music is really relaxing. The music that it plays when you turn the game on in the morning is always really chilled out. I love it. Oh, there he is down there, the son of a bitch. Okay, wait a second. But that's the good thing about like this new mic that I have, because I'm actually after springing for like a freestanding mic. I'm not actually using a headset anymore. Because for those of you who don't know, the way I used to record, or the way I've recorded pretty much since I started, is with like my headset around my neck, like around the back of my neck, with the microphone kind of up by my mouth, which is not exactly ideal because it's very hard to kind of nail down a good position or to keep it in position. It's also just very awkward and uncomfortable in general sometimes. So I'm actually after getting a freestanding mic, so I'm just going to need to experiment with that while get it working properly. Hungry, must eat, so weak, lost 10 pounds. Hunger, stomach pain, must eat food. It's all yours, buddy. I wouldn't want to see you starve. Now I'm gonna starve. Like, he's enormous. This is my favorite record. I can take this. Oh yes, I'll take it before you change your mind. It's like, now he's like Big the Cat all of a sudden. Thank you. So good. You very good. I must give you this to show my deep appreciation, even if you don't need it. Oh great, thank you. So full, so happy. Okay, well let's see what he gave us, because what he'll actually give you is like limited edition Meadow Vista, like limited edition wallpaper. I'll say thank you. Thanks for the fish, thanks for the wallpaper. But I think he'll only give you like one every time he arrives. Now there's actually like a counterpart to him called Sahara, who's a camel who does carpets or whatever. But I'm kind of just really excited to get back to my own house and see what this looks like, because his wallpaper looks really interesting. It's not going to be like your regular run-of-the-mill pattern stuff that you get in Tom Nook's or whatever. There's a cow. So yeah, apologies if the sound sounds weird, because I might have had to fiddle in post to get it to sound right if it didn't sound if it didn't sound good right off the bat. Now, there is also the possibility that it does sound good right off the bat, and then everything's just rosy in the garden and we won't have any problems whatsoever. Let's get some lights on in here. Let's get a kind of a good angle to view this. This should work. Let's have a look now, even though that wallpaper that I have up on the moment is going to be pretty tough to beat. Yeah, look, see, this looks like it's in some like something you get your picture taken in front of. Or like if you shot an elk or something, you'd like stand in front of a green screen with the dead elk and they put this background up behind you or something. But it's pretty cool. Well, we'll leave it up there for a while. We'll see what the Happy Room men have to say about it. So yeah. So it's actually a lot more comfortable in a lot of ways now, because for one, I don't have this microphone down in front of my face. I'm not like physically connected to the computer. I'm not like physically connected to the computer, which means if I have to get up or I have to move or I have to do anything, it's just a way more comfortable. And as well, if I want to drink, then my microphone isn't in the way of my drink, which is always a bonus. Let's see what's going on. Spring Sports Fair. I've hardly ever actually done that. So the vernal equinox, is that not on the 21st? The Cherry Blossom Festival will be coming. Okay, so that's going to be on the vernal... Do you know what I should do? Because I don't think I have one. Wait a second. You can actually get a calendar and like have it on top of something, but no, I don't. Well, maybe I... Do you know, I'm just going to buy a new one. Can't be bothered searching and hunting around. Is Tom Nook going to be open? There's one of them is open early and late, and then when it gets upgraded, oh hello, are you hungry again by any chance? Oh no, he's still full and happy. Well, I'm glad to have made your day. There's one of them, well, let's see. Open 9, yeah, see, 10 PM. This convenience one, this Nook Way, is open like actually quite late compared to normally, and then when it actually gets upgraded to the next one, the opening hours are actually shorter. Oh, we got a fossil. This reminds me of a puzzle. What I wanted to say, so there is actually going to be somewhat of an update here, and it's actually regarding this LP for once. I've actually decided that I'm actually going to try and organize this a tiny bit better, because I don't really like kind of just like picking this game up and wandering around and doing nothing. Like, I like that. That's kind of one of the things I enjoy about this game a lot. But I like to have some sort of sorry, I'm just trying to change my program here. I'd like to have some sort of focus, or some sense of progression, like we're actually getting something accomplished, that kind of way. Which I thought that was good, like the deciding, oh well, let's just go to we'll record on the 17th because he's going to be there and I can show him off. And I'd kind of like to do something similar, like just decide every video like what I'm going to do next in the next video, so that I'll have some sort of a goal, or that kind of way. Now I have been, never mind. I have been looking, just regarding that, I have been looking at my fish, and I noticed I have like practically every fish caught. And the ones that are left are mostly, there's only 2 of them that are quite big and rare, and that's the stringfish and the arowana. And the other ones shouldn't be hard to catch at all. So that's going to be my next goal, I think, is just filling this out. But that's going to take a while because I've just missed like a lot of the fish that I haven't caught, like the bitterling and the stringfish and stuff. They're like winter fish. So I'm actually just after missing my opportunity to catch them by about a month because they're available for December, January, February. So that's a shame. But that's going to be one goal. I would like to try and get all the insects as well. Now that's going to be a bigger job. But that's might be the thing that I work on next because it's actually going to work in... I'm actually going to be able to do it in summer. Now I'm not really sure because a lot of the beetles and dragonflies and things like that, it's summertime that they appear in. And some of that is going to be challenging because the insects, I find the insects way more difficult than the fish. Do you know what I'm looking for now is just flowers. Because what I want to do is see about... I might actually chop down those 2 trees since they're in the way of the flowers because... Look, see, there's one of them. That's one of the insects I need. And I never even thought of it, but this is the ladybug. There we go. That's the ladybug. But there's actually like another different type of ladybug that you can get as well, the 7-spot ladybug, which actually that's the one I know in real life. The thing is, like, these trees are in the way of my, are getting all in the way of my... Oh no! No, 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 no. No! See, I wasn't in, like, the right kind of a place. Oh well, them's the breaks. You try to catch a ladybird and you get a bee. You get the bee in apartment 23. You know, I wish they would fuck off to apartment 23. Then I wouldn't have to live with them in my town. That's going to be a challenge. You see, the bees are difficult. They're actually a very tough insect to catch. Now, you can... There are a couple of tricks because I've actually caught them before. Now they are fast and they're faster than you in a straight line, but they're not faster than you when you're turning. So that's going to be one strategy that I'm going to be making use of. But the problem is that there are other insects, like if I could just maybe show you. There are other insects that you can also only catch by shaking trees. So basically the bees are going to be they're not going to be in apartment 23 anyway, they're going to be in some tree every day. And spiders as well, you can only catch them by shaking trees. So basically I'm just going to have to stressfully shake trees, and sometimes you get money, that's not bad either. Sometimes you actually pick a weed and clean up your fucking town, which that's not bad either. But, like, you know, the thing is, like, the bees, they're not actually that... Like, it's not like anything bad happens to you, you just look bad. But there's something so stressful about it, and anyone who's ever played Animal Crossing and experienced the bees will agree that even though there's technically no real negative consequence... Now, I might show that off, the villagers will react all funny. I might have shown that off already in this LP, who knows? Now, there's no negative consequence still. It's a very stressful thing. Like, it really freaks you out, like, when you're shaking them and you're worried that the bees will pop out or whatever. Do you know what? I'll see what Tabby has to say about my eye. Whoa, is it Halloween already? Oh my god, you're a joker. Yeah, I am embarrassed. Do you know what's the worst thing about it? It happened on camera. It happened on camera for all to see. So yeah, that's going to be, because there are a couple of things that I want to show off in this Let's Live to kind of flesh it out and make it a more, kind of comprehensive look at this game. And I think that's the kind of way I'm going to do it, is kind of set goals and see, oh, well, what's going to be happening next? Is that thing on, or is that event going to be happening? Or maybe just kind of set the goal of filling out the Pokédex, catching all of the fish or whatever, or insects. I can totally manage that for the fish, it's just going to take a while. The insects, that's going to be more difficult. I might actually do some of that on the island because it makes it easier, because you don't have to worry about what time of year it is. That's something I want to show off as well, is the desert, or not the desert island, just a regular private island, the Link's Oasis. 1,000 pardons, so terribly sorry. So yeah, like basically, that's going to be the way I'm going to look about it. Now you can, I'd actually kind of like your input, because regarding the extent to which that's all going to be on screen or whatever. Like, there is stuff that I might like want to show like on screen, like catching the last fish or catching some of the rare fish or whatever, because the stringfish, that was actually one of the first rare fish that I ever caught, or the first giant fish that I ever caught, because when I got this game, I remember when I got this game first, it was actually January. And that's obviously when the stringfish appears. And I remember playing it in the morning before school and actually catching the stringfish because they're like a morning fish. There we go, another insect for the museum. No, nothing at the moment, because all of the fossils, that's another thing, the fossils. My fossils are almost complete as well. All I need is the plesio neck and the tricera face or whatever. Like, that's all I need, and then I have all the fossils. So, like, I don't know when I made all of this progress in this town, because I can't remember it. It must have been off-screen or something, like, years ago, but it's ridiculous. Like, I never noticed it before. So yeah, that's kind of, that's the approach I'm going to be taking to this LP. Maybe it'd be really appreciated if you could leave a comment and say your opinion to whether you wanted, to what extent you want things on screen. Now that's actually going to be difficult because, like, some of the times when you'd have to record to catch the things, like the bugs or whatever, isn't exactly conducive to recording with a kind of a random schedule. That is paper. Yeah, I'll take that. And what's this? Fetching outfit. I want to be fetching. I want to be fetching. I want to be the glam bitch of Ashwood. Let's see, what's this? Oh, how very fetching. Not. It's very strange. Let's have a look and see if there's a 7-spot ladybird up here, because they only appear on flowers. And the snail, that's another one. The snail, you can only catch it when it's raining. Do you know? So yeah, what I might resort to doing is fiddling with the clock, because you can actually set the clock to different times and to different months to kind of screw with the system. I don't think I'd set it to different months, because that would really go against the grain of this being a Let's Live rather than just a random walkthrough or whatever. But fiddling with the time of day, I wouldn't have any really big qualms about that. So this has been Let's Live Animal Crossing. Well, I suppose I'll end it off here. Let's Live Animal Crossing, as I say, summary of the points, new mic, so feedback on quality, hopefully it's out, we're all working out well. And a new direction for this LP, or a renewed focus with this Let's Live. And just a request for input regarding off-screening stuff, fiddling with the clock, things like that. So like, off-screening would be handy for the fossils, like just going around digging them up, sending them off, getting them, and then I could just show myself donating them. So yeah, feedback very much appreciated. But for now, thanks a million for watching. I didn't even talk about the fact that it's St. Patrick's Day, because I find St. Patrick's Day irrelevant. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time. I'll start saving with the gyroid. Save. Yes, I'd like to save. And I'll see you tomorrow on part 1 of the new main LP. Thanks a million for watching. Bye now.